Miss Rachma Evitasari as an English for Communication lecturer and respectable to all my friends in the EFC team. There are Nur Ani Rahmah, Femiyati Tou, Thania Novita Kuswanti, Emilia, and I, Sarifa Kaisupy, as a moderator and master of ceremony. First of all, we have to thank to Allah Subhanahu wa Taala who has given us blessing beside pandemic and our different business. But today we can meet in Google Meet, start to complete our presentation homework. Salawat and salam always be given to Prophet Muhammad Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam, who has guided us from the darkness to the brightness, and of course from the stupidity to the cleverness. Well, we are going to presenting about how to make a chemical product, and today we have six presenter with six different topics. And the end of presentation, there is time to question and answer. So for the first presenter, I'm going to call Miss Nur Ani Rahmah to presenting. Miss Nur Ani Rahmah, time is yours.
Okay, thank you for moderator for give time to me. My name is Nur Ani Rahmah. I will explain to how to make aromatherapy candle. Next. What are aromatherapy candles? Aromatherapy candle is a general term for candles that contain an indefinite amount of essential oils. Essential oils are concentrated substances that come from plants and resins. Next. And then I will explain steps to make aromatherapy candle. And the ingredients are 6 cups soy wax flakes, natural wicks or anger optional, 80 up to 120 drops of essential oil, or you can use lavender, grapefruit, and eucalyptus. Other supplies are egg, one mason jars or jar of choice, wood stirring device, pens or chopstick for securing wicks. And then I will explain the instructions. First, melt soy wax in a pot over low-medium heat. They should melt fairly easily, but turn up heat slightly if taking more than a few minutes. Stir using wood stirring device. I use a chopstick. Once melt, add 80 up to 102 drops of your favorite essential oils. Amount depends on type of essential oils and how potent they are. Anger wicks to bottom of mason jars using a bit of wax. Step wick upright to a horizontal chopstick or pen, or see picture above. Pour wax into mason jar and then repeat until all jars are full. Depending on size of mason jars, you might have some wax left over. Let's stand until solid, about 1 hour. Cut the wick to desired length. Next. Thank you, that is for me. And then back to moderator.
Thank you so much for your presenting, Miss Annie. Aromatherapy candle is a good idea to spend the time in at home. Um, okay, let's going to call the second presenter. Uh, I'm going to call Miss Emilia to presenting about her topic, how to make virgin coconut oil. Time is yours, Miss Emilia.
Okay. Thank you for moderator. Give the time for give the time to me. Okay. I will explain how to make coconut oil. What is virgin coconut oil? Virgin coconut oil is coconut oil that is made from fresh coconut raw materials, extract, extracted from the oil, processed under controlled heating or not heating at all, and without chemicals. Next. How to make coconut oil simply. Making coconut oil is simply divided into three methods, namely 1. Fermentation methods are as follow. Prepare the ingredient by choosing coconut that is of good quality, ripe, fresh. Peel the coconut, then take the meat and clean it thoroughly. Grate and mix with boiled water, then squeeze the grater. Pour the grated coconut juice into a bottle or container. Let stand and store for 24 hours in a room. Tempa- Temperature of 32 degrees Celsius. This process will separate the water and oil. When the water has separated from the oil, filter it immediately. Later, only pale white coconut oil remains. Next, 2. Heating method. Prepare the coconut fruit and then peel it. Take the meat. Grate the coconut meat with the grated result are then mixed with boiled water. Then squeeze and filter it to product coconut milk. Pour the coconut milk into a frying pan. Fry over low heat. Slowly stir the coconut milk continuously. This process will cause the coconut milk to evaporate and leave behind the oil and waste. Take a bottle or container, then pour the finished coconut oil there. Next, filter method. Take an old coconut and peel it. Cut the meat into small pieces. Blend in a blender and add boiled water as needed. Strain the blender until it produces coconut milk. Add water if needed. Do it repeatedly so that the coconut milk produced is a lot. Put the coconut milk in a jar container. Put in the jar and let it sit for 24 hours so that the coconut milk and coconut oil separate. It is recommended to store it in the refrigerator or in a cold room so that the curd from quickly. Remove the curd and get the virgin coconut oil that is left in the jar or container. Next, coconut oil use. Uses for diet. The content of polyphenol for the heart, reducing bad fats, treating diabetes, reducing the risk of Alzheimer, treating acne, skin moisturizing, for scrub, removing black spot, removing makeup, and for healthy hair. Next, thank you. That is for me. Time back to your moderator.
Okay, thank you, Miss Emilia, for your presentation. And then I'm going to call Miss Thania Aura as a third presenter. Time is yours, Miss Thania Aura.
Thank you for moderator for give the time. I will to explain how to make hand sanitizer. Definition of hand sanitizer is hand sanitizer that has the ability antibacterial in inhibiting to kill bacteria. Hand sanitizer spray is a hand sanitizer in the form of a spray to clean or remove germ on the hands which contains the active ingredients irrigation DP 300 appeal 0.1% and 90% alcohol. Ingredients: hand sanitizer formula combines 2 part isopropyl alcohol or ethanol, 9 sorry 91 to 99% alcohol, 1 part aloe vera gel, a few drops of clove, eucal- eucalyptus, peppermint, or other essential oil. How to make hand sanitizer? If you are making hand sanitizer at home, either to these tips. First step, make the hand sanitizer in clean space. Wipe down counter countertops with dilute bleach solution beforehand, and then wash your hand thoroughly before making the hand sanitizer. To mix, to mix, use a clean sponge and whisk. Wash these items thoroughly before using them. Make sure the alcohol used for the hand sanitizer is not dilute. Mix all the ingredients thoroughly until they're well blended. Don't touch the mixture with your hand until it's ready for use. How to use hand sanitizer? Spray or apply the sanitizer to the palm of one hand. Thoroughly rub your hand together. Make make sure cover the entire surface of your hand and all your fingers. Continue rubbing for 30 to 90 seconds or until your hands are dry. It can take at least 90 seconds and sometimes longer for hand sanitizer to kill more germs. Thank you for thank you. That is for from me. Time back to my moderator.
Okay, thank you. Well, that from with Tania Aura, how to make hand sanitizer. It's a good idea too. I mean, well, let's going to call for presenter Miss Novita Kuswanti. Novita Kuswanti. Okay, time is yours, Miss Novita Kuswanti.
Thank you to moderator for give the time. I'm going to explain how to make olive oil. Producing a large batch of olive oil for commercial purpose requires costly machinery and complex work. But you can create a small batch of olive oil for your own use with common kitchen tools. The process is long and labor intensive, but the resulting olive oil should be crisp, clean, and high quality. Step to make olive oil. First is preparing the olives. Second is grinding and pressing the olives. Third is striking the oil, and the last step is storing the oil. Ingredients: mix about 1 tin or 500 milliliter olive, 5 lbs fresh organic olives, half to 1 cup hot water, distar or filter prior to use. First step is preparing the olives. Choose ripe or unripe olives. You can use unripe green olives or ripe black olives for this process, but either way, it's important to use freshly harvested olive. Instead, the process can type. Then wash thoroughly. Place the olives in a colander and rinse them under cold, running water. Use your finger to gently scrub away any dirty. And then the last is used within several days. Ideally, you should grind the olives into oil the same day you obtain them. You can probably wait up 2 or 3 days if necessary, but waiting for a longer period will decrease the flavor and quality of the oil you produce. The second step is grinding and pressing the olives. Work in a batch as needed. Even though you are making a relatively small batch of olive oil, only one pint, you might need to spread the full batch into 3 or 4 parts while working, depending on the size of your equipment. And then gather the olives in a salt bowl. Place the cleaned olives in a large bowl with relatively slow side. Ideally, you should be able to keep the olives in a single layer, and then crush the olive into a paste. Using a clean melt, repeatedly strike the olive, mashing them into a thick, chunky paste. Next, and then transfer the paste to a tall glass. Spoon the paste into a tall drinking glass or small dish, filling no more than 1/3 of the glass at a time. Then combine the paste with water. Pour about 2 to 3 tablespoons of hot water into the glass for every 1 cup of olive mass. Must strike the content of the dish up to distribute the water evenly and let it sink to the bottom of the glass. And then pressing using an immersion blender. Using an immersion blender, grinding the olive paste down further until beds of oil begins rising to the surface. Uh, then the third is striking the oil. First, mix the olive mass until the oil separates. Using a mixed spoon, vigorously stir the mass olive for several minutes. Continue as needed until the small birds of oil turn into large beads. And then let it sit. Loosely cover the dish with a clean dishcloth, paper towel, or lid. Allow the content to rest for 5 to 10 minutes without any disturbance. And then drape cheesecloth over a lead strainer. Cut a piece of cut cloth nearly twice as large as the mouth of the strainer and center it over the top of the strainer. Rest the cover strainer over a large bowl. Then the next step is pour the olive mass into the cluster. Spoon out the olive paste, including all visible liquid and solid, and transfer it directly to the center of the cheesecloth. Wrap up the side of the cheesecloth over the olive paste, creating a square bender. And then place a weight over the bundle. Press a wooden block or similar weight on top of the bundled olive paste. The weight should be heavy enough to effectively press down on the bundle. And then next,
I'm sorry, this one, Miss?
okay. Let the bag, okay. Let the liquid drain. Let the olive oil, olive juice, and water drain through the cheesecloth and the strainer of at least 30 minutes. The bowl paste beneath the strainer should collect in liquid as it damps. The next step of extracting the oil is siphon the oils. Place the tip of the bester or stringer just beneath the surface of the clotted liquid. Carefully draw out the top layer liquid, leaving the lower layers behind. Transfer this portion of liquid into a separate glass. And then the next step is storing the oil. Pour the oil into clean bottle. Press a funnel into the mouth of a clean glass bottle, then pour the collect oil through the funnel and into the same bottle, and then seal the bottle with a cork. Remove the funnel from the bottle before sealing it with a up, appropriately search work a crew of a small. This is a video. Maybe moderator can click to know the step. Okay. The next step is, or the last step is, store the oil in a cool, dry location. The olive oil is now finished and ready to use. Store the bottle in your pantry, cupboard, or an equally cool, dark, and dry location until you are ready to use the prepared oil. I have tip of that. If you have trouble finding fresh olive at your usual grocery store, try looking in an organic market or specialty Italian grocery. You can also buy fresh olives online, but shipping costs can become very expensive since the olives need to arrive quickly if they are to remain fresh. Then next. Okay, this video briefly view the following video.
To make olive oil, start by crushing the olives into a paste with a meat tenderizer. Next, mix the paste with hot water and grind it with an immersion blender until you see beads of oil rising to the surface. Then, vigorously stir the paste with a spoon for at least 5 minutes until larger beads of oil form. Finally, drape a cheesecloth over a strainer and scoop the paste onto the center of the cheesecloth. Let the liquid drain completely. Then siphon the top layer of oil and transfer it to a glass container.
Okay, thank you. That is for me. Time back to you, moderator.
Okay, thank you for your presentation, Ms. Novita, about olive oil that useful in our daily life. And then I'm going to call Ms. Femiyati Tou as a fifth presenter. Uh, and this one. Okay, time is yours, Ms. Femiyati Tou.
Well, thanks for the opportunity has been given to me. Here I will explain the material about making disinfectant. What is a disinfectant? Disinfectants are chemicals used to prevent infection or contamination by microorganisms or drugs to eradicate disease germs. Tools and material for making disinfectant. Tools: 1. Bucket. 2. Mixer. 3. Beaker glass 1000 ml and 4. Plastic panel. Ingredient: 1. Ethanol 96% and 2. Aqueous. Material introduction. Ethanol 96%. Ethanol, also called ethyl alcohol, pure alcohol, absolute alcohol, or alcohol alone, is a kind of volatile, flammable, colorless liquid and is the most often used in everyday life. Aqueous. Aqueous is water that comes from the distillation process. Aqueous with a high level of purity can be obtained by refining ordinary distilled water. How it works or process description.
A total 833 ml of 96% ethanol is put into a 1000 ml beaker. Add 167 ml of distillation water to a beaker containing 96% ethanol. Then stir until homogeneous. 3. Put in the batter. 4. Stir for 72 hours to ensure there is no contamination with organisms. 5. Ready to use disinfectant. Thank you. Maybe that's the only material that I can convey. Then I return it to the moderator.
Okay, thank you for your presentation, Ms. Femi. A disinfectant and hand sanitizer is a good idea, I mean, because we know that today is a world pandemic and we need to protect our body from the virus. Besides that, disinfectant and hand sanitizer is easy to make at home. So we are going to the last presenter, and the last presenter is I am. So times is mine, and then I'm going to talk. I'm going to presenting about how to make aromatherapy soap. What? Okay. About aromatherapy soap. Uh, Soap is a chemical industry product that we often use in our daily life. We are human. We have a lot of activities that we have to done in the same time, same day, and it happens day by day. And of course, when we back home, we tired. And don't you know, tired can affect our mindset. When we tired, we can overthinking, complain, insecure, and a lot of negative thinking else. So when you back home and take a bath with aromatherapy soap is a solution. Beside aromatherapy, soap can made at home, also can maintain our mindset. Okay, and how to make aromatherapy soap? And there are three steps to make aromatherapy soap. The first one is material preparation. The second one is hot process, and the third one is a final process. Um, for the first step, material preparation, we have to set up the tools like slow cooker, stainless steel, balance, silicone spatula, blender, thermometer, silicone mold, and knife. And for the raw material, we have 900 ml coconut oil, 300 ml zaitun oil, 250 distilled water, 150 ml methyl hydroxide liquid, essential oil, and dried lavender. So for the second step, we have a hot process, and we have a 10 step in a hot process. The first one is turn on the slow cooker and add coconut oil. After the coconut oil has melted, prepare the lye. Slowly add lye to the water. Stir in the water that is being poured, like using a silicone spatula. Let the lye mixture sit and let it cool for 15 to 20 minutes. Check the oil. When the coconut oil has complete melt, add the olive oil and mix well. Once the oil has reached a temperature of 49 to 54 degrees Celsius, prepare the blender next to the slow cooker. Pour the lye slowly to avoid splashes, then mix well. Turn the blender on the slowest mode and stir in a circular motion for 10 to 15 minutes and wait for the mixture to chicken-like pudding. Cover the slow cooker and cook for 50 minutes. If the duck bubble still gain, turn off the slow cooker and cool the duck. Uh, and then add essential oils or dyes if necessary. Pour the mixture into a soft mold. Smooth the surface with a spatula. And the last of hot process step is make sure that no bubble remain after pouring into the mold and add dried lavender. So the last step of make aromatherapy soap is final process. After all the steps have been completed, let the dough sit in the mold for 24 hours. Once cool, slowly remove it from the mold and cut using the prepared knife. However, if the mold is in unit form, you don't need to cut it again. Even tough at this stage, the soap can be used. You should wait up to 1 week for it to be really hard and durable. Okay, friend, aromatherapy soap is our last presentation. So I think it's time to question and answer. Well, is there question? Three question maybe. If there are question, please raise your hand. Is there question? Oh, Miss Nur Ani Rahmah have a question. Please, Nur Ani Rahmah.
Okay, I'm going as for Thania about hand soap product. And my question, is this hand sanitizer product safe to use? Does it cause irritation to the skin?
Okay, Miss Tania, there is question from Miss Nur Ani Rahmat to you. Please take your time.
Okay, I will answer question from Miss Annie. Of course not, because the ingredients used, one which of is aloe vera function to moisturize, and this product has gone through laboratory tests, so it is safe to use for all skin types. Thank you.
Okay, Miss Nur Ani Rahmah, how about the answer from Miss Tania?
No, thank you, Miss Thania.
Okay, thank you, Miss Ani, for your question. Is there question anymore? Please raise your hand. Oh, Miss Novita Kuswanti, um, time is yours, Miss Novita.
Thank you, moderator. I'm going to ask for Miss Amelia about how to make virgin coconut oil. My question is, how do I know a good virgin coconut oil is used? Thank you.
Miss Novita asked about coconut oil. I mean, this question for Miss Amelia. Miss Amelia.
Okay, thank you for question, Miss Novita. I answer question from Miss Novita. A quick way to find out the good quality of VCO. Abrasions. At normal temperature, it will be liquid and clear like water. VCO will freeze at temperature below 25 degrees Celsius, milk white. Aroma and taste has a distinctive coconut aroma and taste. Thank you.
Okay, Miss Novita. How about Miss Amelia's answer?
Enough. Thank you, Miss Amelia.
Okay, thank you. Is there a question anymore? Is there question? Oh, Miss Sri Femiyati Tou. Please, Miss, explain your question.
Thank you, moderator. Introduce me. I will ask Miss Ani Rahmah. What are the advantages of aromatherapy candles compared to candles on the market?
Miss Sri Femiyati Tou asked about candle aromatherapy. Miss Nur Ani Rahmah, please answer the question.
Okay, I want to answer the question. The result fragrance is stronger and safer to use. There are no dangerous chemical mixtures in this wax product. So don't hesitate to use our product, our best and most trusted product.
Okay, thank you, Miss Annie. Miss Penny, how about the answer?
Good. Thank you for the answer, Miss Ani.
Okay, thank you for the question, Miss Femiyati Tou. Okay, is there someone? Is there? Oh, there is Tania Aura. Miss Tania Aura, please explain your question.
Okay, thank you for the time. I'm going to ask for Miss Novita. What are the benefits of olive oil? Thank you.
Miss Novita Kuswanti, please answer the question from Miss Tania Jovariera.
Okay, thank you for the question, Miss Tania. I will answer the question. The healthy benefit of olive oils. There are any benefit. First is oxidant properties. Directly, antioxidants have been shown to reduce your skin or chronic illness, such as heart disease and cancer. Uh, then improve heart health. High blood cholesterol and blood pressure are both risk factors of heart disease. Oleo acid, the main fatty acid in olives, is associated with improved heart health. It might regulate cholesterol level and protect LDL. It's a bad cholesterol from oxidant. And then improve bone health. Osteoporosis is characterized by decreased bone mass and bone quality. It can increase your risk of fracture. The rate of osteoporosis are lower in Mediterranean countries than in the rest of Europe, leading to speculation that olives might protect against this condition. Some of the plant compounds found in olive and olive oil have been shown to help prevent bone loss in animal studies. While human studies are lacking, animal studies and the data linking the Mediterranean diet to decrease fracture rates are promising. And then cancer prevention. Olives and olive oil are commonly consumed in Mediterranean region where rates of cancer and other chronic diseases are lower than in the other Western countries. Thus, it's possible that olive might help reduce your risk of cancer. This might be partly due to their high antioxidant and oleic acid contents. Test tube studies revealed that these compounds disturb the life cycle of cancer cells in the breast, colon, and stomach. However, human studies are needed to confirm this result. At this point, it's unclear whether eating olive or olive oil has any effect of cancer. That is answer. Uh, how, Miss Tania?
Okay, Miss Tania, how about the answer from Miss Novita Kuswanti?
Great, thank you.
Okay, Miss Tania, uh, is there any question? Please raise your hand. Uh, I think there is no question anymore. So with the last of question and answer session, it's mean we are in the last of presentation. But before I close the presentation, I want to say something. Beside pandemic, we cannot go wherever we want. So better practice to make a chemical product. That's a good solution. And I hope all of the topic can useful in our daily life because coconut and olive oil, candle and aromatherapy soap, disinfectant and hand sanitizer is a simple stuff that we can make at home. And then in the last, I say thank you for six presenter. Thank you for the time. Um, let's close our meeting today with hamdalah together. Alhamdulillah.
Alhamdulillah Rabbil Alamin.
Okay, thank you for the time. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam.